188. It's me, Vimesy, in the house, or a very hot conservatory, depending on which way you look at it. With me tonight, we have the mighty Pet.
Yo.
He's arrived hot and sweaty back from a pool party at his mum's, so you know there was some kinky stuff going on. Cleaning the pool, right? Okay, yeah. Cleaning the pool after your mum's latest debauched party, I imagine. That's what it was.
Oh, don't say it like that.
It was a hot weekend in the suburbs.
My mum's like the Great Gatsby of like Surrey. She throws like a massive pool party on Saturday. Yeah,
I love that.
You know, like he threw that party every weekend and stuff.
Yeah, boy.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's I've seen the Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
Oh man. I was thinking more. No, anyway. Let's move on from that. I was thinking Debbie does. Sorry.
What's that?
No, don't. You haven't seen that movie then? Okay.
No.
You never heard of Debbie Does Dallas?
Heard of it? What is that?
It's a very educational movie that if you were my age when I was my age, that movie taught you some things.
It's a porno. It's a pornographic movie.
It's a pornographic movie, yes. It's a few steps higher than Porky's, put it that way.
I remember Porky's.
Yeah.
You had Porky's. I had American Pie.
Yeah, American Pie, actually. The first time I saw American Pie is a weird one because it was the first time I'd met my wife's parents.
Don't tell me you went to the cinema to watch.
No, we didn't. But when the first time, because my wife's family are from Essex.
Yes.
So, and we were working in Bristol at the time when we hooked up, and then her brother was getting married. And we went up for the wedding. That was the first time I met her parents and her brother. And her brother, on the morning of his wedding, was slightly half cut, lying in bed watching American Pie, and on some rip-off dodgy video thing. And so, yeah, I remember sitting at the foot of his bed, going, "All right, yeah, I'm shagging your sister, but can I watch the film with you?" And we just sat there and watched American on the morning of his wedding to his first wife. That wedding was the very definition of shotgun, yeah, so that was fun.
So when American Pie came out, you were in. Can I say? Were you like still in your 30s?
Get the fuck out of here, mate. No.
Well, you weren't in your 20s, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
How long ago was American Pie? I can't use my phone because my phone is my cam, but how long? Google it. How long
ago was like 15, I thought. Maybe I was younger.
I'm going to have a look. Hang on.
Do you want me to ask?
No. I'm going to do it, but it's going to be really loud on stream.
When did Siri come out?
When did Siri come out? You fucking dick. 1999 that came out. So I'd have been 24.
Cancel, Siri, cancel. Sorry. I was trying to help there. I fucked it. Hey Siri, when did Siri come out?
Yeah, I'd have been early 20s, aka 24-ish.
Really? So how old was I then? I was 12. Was I 12, 11, 10? Yeah, I think I was.
Well, so you had American Pie when you were 12.
Oh man, to this day I still fancy
Pie.
What's that girl called?
Yeah,
I love Pie, to be honest.
I can't remember who was in it, to be honest.
Oh, what was that girl's name? I can't. Nadia. Do you remember Nadia?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She was amazing.
Yeah.
What a girl! Such a.
Was that Natasha Lyonne or Tara Reid?
She was so beautiful. She was in another movie as well. She was. I love my little. I love my silly movies, and she was like in a kind of. You remember like how? Do you remember Scary Movie? They did like spin-offs. Silly. Yeah. He was in one of those called
Shannon Elizabeth. You're thinking of
Shannon Elizabeth.
Oh, she was quite pretty.
She was. I think she was the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
I'm not sure I get that.
Apart from my girlfriend, obviously.
Yeah, she's not home tonight.
She's not.
She's at a pool party in Surrey. Well, what goes around comes around. Yeah. So why are we talking about American Pie? Oh yes, because we're thinking about your mum's debauched pool parties. That's right. Yeah.
Well, I was trying to buy time while I tweeted out the show's live. But I've tweeted it now, so we're good to go.
Good shout. And what are you drinking tonight? What exciting beverage have you got on
Oh, my mum went and bought. I've never had this before. It's disgusting. I really like the taste of Red Bull, but I've never had a Red Bull Zero, which
But
is
sugar free?
sugar-free.
Yeah, I drink it. Like, that's what I drink. That's my main. Like, well, it's not my main. It's not what I drink all the
Really?
time. But if I have a Red Bull, that's what I have.
That's what this girl I know, Chloe. She drinks all these every morning. She don't drink coffee,
That's too
and
much, man.
but I don't. I had.
I tell
I'm
you
not
what
gonna
is
say
nice, iced coffee with that.
what together.
If
Mixed
you do
together.
an iced coffee, but you pour it, but it's got to be flat, but you pour it in. Yeah, it's nice.
When I was trying to act cool, yeah, when I was first going to clubs ages ago, this must have been
Last week.
2008.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know what drink to get, and I was trying to act cool, right? Because my friend was getting it, and I can't believe I used to drink this, but a pint of Red Bull with vodka, with double vodka.
Pint?
A
pint of Red Bull?
A pint of glass. It would be a pint as well. And
oh my God, your guts must have just curdled.
Was because I was 18, it was absolutely fine, to be honest. But I was like, looking back, I'm like, how on earth did I even order that? Like, multiple ones.
I mean, I understand a double vodka Red Bull, but I don't understand in a pint glass.
I don't even know if it was a double. It might be more in a pint glass, but I remember them serving a pint to me. Wow. You know, you don't know what to drink. You're like, you just go up and you're like,
you sure it just wasn't a fishbowl? You sure you went in a beaker and like, give me a fishbowl?
I'm sure I got like a normal glass as well, but I'm pretty sure. I remember, I'm not going to shout out my friend's name, but I'm pretty sure. Fuck it. I remember hearing he must be getting a pint glass with vodka, and Red Bull. How the fuck? Like how we? So I was like, okay, I'll get the same.
I'm just thinking.
This is the first time I went to a club.
I mean, a pint of Red Bull must be more expensive.
And do you know who was in that night as well? My first time in a club. He was DJ.
Yes, yes, I do. It was one of the members of Five.
Close. It was Jazzy Jeff.
It was Jesse J.
No, Jazzy Jeff.
Jazzy Jeff, the legend himself.
Yeah. It was like summertime. It was like that.
Oh mate, tell you what, that first album, Homefront, boom. I know
it was Jazzy Jeff. I remember Jazzy Jeff. Mate. It was in Oceana in Kingston, which was big back then. And then Tim Westwood would play then at McCluskey's.
Yeah, Westwood, no.
Tim Westwood. Remember Westwood?
Yeah,
Westwood.
Yeah.
Before the charges.
We're streaming on certain services. We're not allowed to talk about that stuff on, right?
That was before the charges. No. Which I still feel for Westwood. I know we're going off subject now, yeah.
That's probably where the charges came from. You feeling
that? I see something. I don't know if I've told you this before. I think I have, because have we discussed Westwood before? But Westwood stands out to me. Because if you go to a club, and a girl comes up to you, you should assume the club does its duty and she's 18. Because in a club,
we have had this conversation.
I've never asked a girl for ID in a club, so I can't believe Westwood has to be like, okay, if you want me to chat to you, prove you're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just what am I going to do? Ask a girl for ID? You're in a club, you should be 18. That's the bouncer's fault, is what I think. But they just let girls in.
Having worked as a bouncer in several.
Places. You've worked as a bouncer. Yeah, you look at the girls walk free, and you.
It's
and then
impossible, man. It's fucking impossible because they'll have. This is the thing. The thing I would agree with. The thing I would agree with, right, is if they try and come in a club and they present you with ID, and that ID says they're 18, and it's a good enough facsimile that if you could be fooled. If it's it's like reasonable cause or doubt in it. If you're in a courtroom, I don't want to get too deep into this subject, right?
Yeah, but the lawyers.
If anybody of any gender tries to get in somewhere and says they're 18 and they've got an ID that says they're 18 and that ID is good enough that most people would be fooled by it, right? Even people like bouncers, we used to get quite good training.
I know girls that use the sister's passport to get in, and they don't look that similar.
No, but the fucking thing. Have you seen all that stuff on like there's a thing going around like TikTok and Insta recently about like girls without makeup, the difference between them with and without makeup.
Yeah.
Like in night and day.
Yeah.
And just like, that's not fair, right? That's not. And I see my daughter, right? My daughter's just about to turn 15.
What do you mean that's not fair?
Some of her friends come round, right? And
what do you mean that's not fair?
I mean, it's not fair.
You wake up in the morning and you're like,
that's not fair. Yeah. It's wiped off. It's all over my pillowcase. And I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, I know.
What is that? It's not right.
We can do that though as well. To be fair, you can put up a picture of a man
No,
being
mate.
like
No, mate.
face, and then
You can't really, can you? I mean,
no, you can. You can hide your body and be disgusting. Not disgusting, but you could be
not this body. You can't. This body's going to take a lot of hiding.
But I remember going to that club, yeah, McCluskey specifically. If anyone knows, where Tim Westwood did DJ a lot of nights. I remember like them even opening up my wallet to look inside. Like, so
I know what this is going like. They're going to open the wallet. It's just going to be one of those gatefolds of condoms, just like
literally, basically, yeah. That's what I remember it. Because that's safety first, everybody. But I remember them doing that. Like, they might as well fucking ask us to bend over and cough, and the girls are walking through like it's fucking just a. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like the beach, and we're there like fucking me and Eddie are there like up against the wall.
Yeah.
What? Like why? I don't. So then, if you're gonna have a go, I don't know the story about Tim Westwood, but from what I know, the girls that approached him were like whatever they were, 16, 17. I don't know what they were.
Yeah.
He assumed in the club they're 18. I don't know what to do. I've never. That's what my friend said. You chirps in the girl, no in the club, ask for ID. As soon as you ask for ID, watch your fucking bird leave as well.
So you won't have been but you won't have been aware. Like you're probably way too young for things like Sasha.
I mean, I was 18 when I was going to those clubs anyway.
Yeah, but you won't have been around for like the Renaissance era and stuff like that with Sasha and Digweed and things like that. And
never heard of them. What is that? The DJ? No, I was
DJ Sasha. DJ Sasha was like my god, man. He was like my god. We're talking like early 90s, 1990. So Renaissance would have been about 93, 94.
No,
proper banging, and it was just, and
is that Fatboy Slim music? What is it like?
Yeah, it's kind of predates that. It predates that, but it's he was like God, man, because he was like Ibiza legend. He would turn up and he would be like, he was like Jesus, right? All in white linen, but like not like white linen suit, but like, you know, white linen beach trousers with an open shirt, a white open shirt, just full on tan, coiffed, man. He'd turn up and he'd just be like, you'd be DJ, and you'd be like going, ah! And then him and Digweed put this album out called Renaissance.
Have you seen Kevin and Perry go large?
Yeah, probably in there. Actually, my ex was in that. We can't talk about that.
Was it like that guy, like taking shots at his eyes? What time to be alive, man?
I'm going to tell you something off air about that, but well off air about that. But yeah, no. Anyway, that leads us nicely into. It does. So Per, not only a big, you know, purveyor of nightclubs, but he also big purveyor of nightlife in general. And you actually went out to an event quite recently, did you not?
Is this backwards? Oh,
backwards. Is that backwards? You can just about make it up. Pet is now, he's moved on from the last show when he turned up wearing a cardboard box. He's now turned up with a shitload, and I believe you not, a shitload of Kojima merch. He's now wearing the Kojima branded baseball cap. He has the Bridges branded baseball cap. I presume one of them is for me. And it's coming my way.
Actually, both for me, actually.
But you have hair.
Yeah, I know. And
you have no need for a hat.
I only wear tracker hats as well because my head gets
too hot.
Kojima,
I want the.
Do you want one?
I want that one.
Vimesy, it's yours.
What?
That's what I do for my friend. This is yours. It's coming your way.
Oh,
look, it's still got that thing. I'm taking it
Tell me how much I owe you, then, mate. I'm not going to do that for you.
You don't owe me anything. How about that?
Don't be daft.
You don't owe me anything. This one's yours. I'm going to keep the Bridges one.
Yeah. I'm good with that. I'm down with that. That's cool.
No worries.
Oh, mate. Oh. This stuff's really strong. I should stop.
See, if Clarky turned up, maybe he would have got the other hat, but fucking
no. Clarky's got big news, but we're going to save that for his return. I'm going to let him. Go on. Talk about Koj.
Yeah, so I went to. So I think I mentioned it last time, but I was going to talk a little bit how it was that I was going to the Death Stranding 2 World Strand Tour, the London version, which Kojima was doing. I didn't really. They kept it really secret what was going on, so I was like, this is going to be kind of weird. So I knew that the main lady, who's I can't remember her name now, Caroline something.
Leah Sadu.
What's her name? Caroline.
Isn't it Leah Sadu? Oh, right, her. Sorry, right, yeah, the
Yeah.
musician person.
Yeah, basically what they said was like she was going to be doing a performance from the soundtrack, like the Death Stranding song, and Kojima was going to be there, and it was going to be like a discussion about the soundtrack more than anything. So that's what kind of they said it was going to be. It wasn't that, which I was like, oh, that's weird. I'll bring my merch just in case he's there for signing, but I don't really know what this is. It's a bit weird. But when I went there, it wasn't that. So Jeff Keighley was there.
He was. Oh yeah, you sent us a lovely video.
Yeah, the crowd was like, Jeff. And then he's like,
It's just some random bloke. There's always one in the car. We love you, Jeff.
Yeah,
Jeff,
we
we
love you, Jeff. I wasn't bothered at first, but then I got hyped as well. So I was like, Jeff.
And
He's going along in it.
Did you get to ask him what trainers he was wearing?
No,
I think one job. I mean, the hat's just about saved you on this one. Otherwise, I'd have been slightly disappointed with you.
Yeah, I got you the hat, but no. So basically, Jeff came out. So I was tell you a little bit about the event. I might be milking it. If you want me to take this quicker, then let me know.
I got one thing to talk about, and it kind of links directly on from what we're talking about. So
yeah, of course you do. Yeah. So anyway, so Jeff was there. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be like a little bit of a podcast. Didn't really know what to expect. Kojima comes out. Fucking crowd went wild. Kojima. Like I saw. He's doing a world tour, right? So I saw like the other sites. He was like in I can't remember like he was in Asia basically in some like so I saw the pictures and everyone's like really like nice. Everyone's like sitting down like in the crowd, like kind of like clapping and stuff when he comes out. We were like fucking like there was like like there's no everyone was standing, right? A standing event. So we're like all there like fucking like nuts when he comes out. Kojima was loving it though. Kojima fucking like Ozzy Osbourne, yeah. Kojima comes out looking cool.
In a wheelchair.
Yeah, no, just like coming out. He says, like, you don't speak English, right? So he's like, he grabbed the mic.
I believe that for a minute.
Yeah, he grabs the mic and he's like, I love you, like that. And I was like, whoa! Like he says it in English stuff. His translator is there, but he like spits that out. Yeah.
I love the fact that his translator, right, when they sit on the stage, you kind of got Jeff, and then you got Kodge sitting next to him. I just call him Kodge because we're down like that.
Yeah.
And then his translator sits like in a chair behind him.
Get in the back, you.
Your fucking place.
I don't know. I got a feeling. Like he does speak I got a feeling he does speak English.
He understands. I think he understands it.
Because Jeff was talking to him.
He definitely understands English, right?
Jeff was talking to him, right? And the translator wasn't translating what Jeff was saying. But when Kojima was speaking, then the translator was like saying it in English.
Maybe he doesn't trust his pronunciation or whatever.
Some people do understand it better than they speak it, or it takes longer.
Well, you get the gist, yeah. I'm pretty sure they would probably have prepped the questions prior to coming on stage. Let's be honest.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The questions have nothing to do with a little bit to do with the soundtrack when the lady came out, but it was all about the game and stuff. And it was like he was talking about stuff which I've never heard him talk about before, which was awesome to see. Like, so you really do get it was like a lot more personal than I thought. I went with not thankfully, but I'm really happy that my girlfriend went with me, and she's not like
there. You kept that quiet.
I didn't want to go in my ones, right? So I was like, should we go? Like, she was up for it just because it was like this weird. I'll go and see this shit show.
So how many other women were there, Pat? Because from the video you sent me, there weren't many.
No, so the day before, if you remember, I went to the London Gaming Retro Market as well by myself on my ones, and that crowd. This Death Stranding crowd was a lot different, bro. Like I was really pleasantly surprised. Don't get me wrong, you had like your one-off freaks, yeah. But generally, the crowd was like it was like a cool crowd. Like the London Gaming Retro Market is like complete like fucking. The crowd is like ridiculous, yeah. It's not the crowd. Like the audience is like nerd haven, yeah. This one was right. Yeah, like I put us in that as well, right? Like the crowd we would see Vimesy at London Excel at the what was the events we go to? I can't remember what they're called now. EGX is like the crowd at this lending. This crowd was like, apart from the like one of freaks, it was like pretty cool. Like I was like, fuck. Like there was like women, there was like normal people, like you wouldn't mind talking to kind of vibe. Not that you got your freaks as well, and I do hate that. Like as a community, we should be a little bit better. Like towards each other. Do you know what I mean? Like we're all
probably.
in. I thought,
It always seems, even though like gaming is like incredibly mainstream, takes more money than like it's the biggest entertainment thing in the world and whatever, it always feels like I very rarely see people out and about in gaming merch. It's like when we went to EGX, if you're on the tube or whatever and you see somebody else wearing like something that's gaming branded, you kind of got that little subtle, all right, yeah. A little
there was
nod
like
to
the
each
one
other.
off freak, like the crowd was generally good, yeah, but you always get the one off freaks. Like this guy was like, we were all standing and like he was getting like really like uncomfortably close to like my girlfriend and stuff, like on purpose kind of vibe.
Right.
It's just like to the point where my girlfriend was like, can we swap things? I didn't clock what was going on. And when I did it, he was like nowhere near me kind of thing. So I was like, yeah, sure. I thought she couldn't see the stage.
Oh, mate,
right?
to be fair,
so,
I've seen their legs. They're much better than
like
yours.
Yeah. So you do get like the one off freaks. And like another guy was like weirdly like too much in my kind of personal space as well about getting into detail. Like, and I just
you have got fine hair, mate. Let's be honest. I mean,
it was just like 99% was normal, but you're always gonna have that. But yeah, so the crowd was like, answer your question, there was chicks. It was like a normal crowd, way normal than we've ever seen. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, that's not hard, is it?
Yeah, so exactly.
No, but it is interesting because I was watching who was I watching? Charlanaz, what's the name? Used to be at IGM, went to work at where'd she went? She went to work at like, who was it who did God of War? You know who I mean. She used to work at IGN. She was an IGN like reporter person behind the thingy.
What does she look like? Is she a blonde girl?
Yeah, blonde. I can't remember her bloody name. It's like Alana Pierce. That's it. Do you remember Alana Pierce?
Oh yeah, she was in Cyberpunk, I think, like actual character.
Yeah. She got like she does that. She's quite. But I was watching a thing that she did a video like a couple of days ago called like Let's Talk About Kojima. It's quite interesting actually because it's just looking at kind of how, and it's not like looking at his games in depth or anything like that, but it's just kind of talking about the cult of Kojima. And it's a little bit like, if you look at people like the big names in kind of gaming, you look at kind of like they've all got like John Romero's only got like 50,000 followers or something like that. You've got people who are like what's his name, Todd Howard's only got like 250,000, and then Kojima's got like 4 million plus followers, right? And he just tweets pictures of weird shit all the time, and it's like
Kojima did with this event. No one else. I said to my girl because she was like, "Is
everyone
get
a crowd like that?" You wouldn't get
this doesn't. The new Assassin's Creed.
Peter Molyneux, right? Peter Molyneux is doing a world tour. Everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah, because my girl didn't know. She was like, so is this like when the new FIFA comes out or whatever? I was like, no, this is like, I literally said to her, like, no
FIFA comes out, people buy it. They go, give us back the old goalkeepers.
She don't know, right? Yeah, we turn up to throw tomatoes at the FIFA producers. No, but she don't know. I was like, I think he's the only like producer or creator, developer. I don't know what is his title.
He's everything, isn't he?
Project director. I don't know.
He's a game dev. He's the producer, developer.
I said, like, for example, we don't know. Like, I wouldn't know if you told me the next biggest game like GTA 6. I wouldn't tell you who's like the lead in that. I don't know. I know like Neil Druckmann and stuff from the other studio from Naughty Dog, but I can't tell you like GTA. I was like, but even Neil Druckmann, we wouldn't turn up. No one would turn up to.
Neil Druckmann's. I think he's got like less than 1 million followers or something.
Yeah, whatever it is. Well, like,
which is all our numbers, right? But Kojima beats us.
Yeah, he honestly, and when my girl saw him, she was like, "Is that Kojima?" And I was like, she was like, "He's so cool, man." Because Kojima came out like his hair, like all anime,
mussed up.
Kojima comes out like with his Death Stranding t-shirt, his big glasses, like cool like that. He's like, "I love you," like walking out and stuff. So he looked cool as shit.
He's like 10 years older than I am, and he's like
he looks fucking great. And like he dresses like so like what's that strip called in Japan? Whatever it is, like he fits like perfectly like in that, that strip like with all the lights. Like a Kiba strip. Yeah, he's like, I don't know if you see him posting pictures, but like he's like in the white room, like Kojima production, like fucking sick, like with some like sick sunglasses. He's just he should be a gaming character. Yeah, he's like so fucking cool. Anyway, so Kojima's there. She's like, oh, this cool. Anyway, crowd is all cool. Everyone's cool. Forget the freaks. Like, There was like people that like after work, like there was this one guy like in a shirt. I knew he was like he just came from like Canary Wharf or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was like normal crowd, son. Like it
Yeah.
was so sick, like normal crowd. Really nice crowd. And yeah, so he's out and he's like, oh, we're gonna have a lot of surprises for you today. Da, 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 da. So they're chatting about the game. Kojima, I'll tell you a little bit what he said and stuff. Yeah, he was like so happy that the at this point the game's out for like 3 days.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's like, how's everyone enjoying it? Who's like completed it?
Yeah,
He's like,
some people are fucking lying there. He's like, how many people have played it? And everyone goes, yay! And how many people have finished it? And people went, yay! And I was like, no, you fucking
cheered. I was like,
you fucking way you had time to complete that.
So like, who's played it so far? I was like, woo! I'm like, you think I shit, bro? You don't get beaten up, yeah. So she'd been there before because she'd been there. Like that place is like a club. She went and saw like a band there and stuff. So she was great because she was going to the bar and getting me drinks and stuff while I was watching. Yeah, so she's like, okay, good.
She probably got people to pay for. Well,
yeah, they were trying to get their money's worth as well because they were like, right, it will start in 1 hour. In 30 minutes, the bar is open. It will start in 20. The bar is starting 10. The bar is open. I was like, fucking just start the show, man.
Just anyway, out of interest. I mean, I know again, it was slightly tangential.
Yeah,
how much was a pint in that place?
I did get a pint. I only got Red Bull, and do you know what? It was decent prices. I think it was like £5, like a Red Bull. But for London wines, I think but for London. These places, I wouldn't be surprised if he turned around and goes, okay, that'll be £10 then. Like, like £10 a drink kind of. Do you know what I mean? We're in central
all right. Anyway, back to Koj, man.
Cool. All right, so Kojima's there, he's talking, and he was like, he said a few significant stuff here. I'm not going to get into everything he said, but some stuff stack out, which was one, like he was really talking about connectivity and stuff like that. And he linked it back to COVID when he was making the first Death Stranding, which was like he started making it, then they went deep into COVID. I didn't know this. No one knew this. He was like, I didn't really cut. He was like, I didn't come out and talk about this, but he was like, I got really ill during COVID. He goes, and then I had to have my eye surgery as well, which was another issue. So he was like, he was like, I never said this before in an interview. This wasn't streamed or anything, so this was like had to be there.
Well, it was by pretty much everybody who's like got this.
Yeah. So I'm like saying now, but I can't believe this hasn't come out like on the internet now. But
it probably has, but
probably has, or like that. But he was like, I actually thought that would be my last game, Death Stranding. So he was like, I didn't think I was going to be physically able to do another game. So he was like, I'm so happy that Death Stranding 2 came out. Like when he was talking about this stuff, Vimesy, the crowd that was hype, like we were animals in the crowd. You could hear a pin drop, bro. Like people like respect this man so much. Like he was proper talking deep. So he was talking about that. He was like, so I'm so happy. Like the game is out. I'm so happy it's been like received so well. And I kind of like want to continue doing this as I'm physically able to do so.
Yeah.
So then he called some surprises out. So he's like, we've got some guests. Brings out the one and only like Norman Reedus, like which we didn't know about at all. So Sam, who's like, you know him as Sam, like this is Jeff, you know him as
Bridges,
he comes out, you know what he's like, he's cool as shit anyway, right? So he comes out like with a cap with his long hair. He's like, he's always got that vibe where you think he's like kind of high kind of vibe. So he comes out like he's literally dancing like when he comes out, it's like that, like because the crowd is like chanting and stuff. So he's like fucking dancing like that. He's cool as shit. Fragile, I can't remember the lady's name now.
Lea
Lisa
Seydoux.
Lea Seydoux comes out, crowd goes wild. So they sit down, they're talking about things like working with him, what they thought. Sam was funny as hell. I called him Sam, but Norman was funny as hell because he was like, I've never really done a game before. He said like some stuff I've never heard before as well. He said like, I'm gonna butcher the names now, but he was like, is it Guillermo del Toro?
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. What is it? How do you pronounce it?
Well, I pronounce it Guillermo.
Guillermo del Toro.
He's Mexican, so Guillermo del Toro Gomez is his full name.
Right? Yeah. He was in the game, right? Like, basically he
is, but his voice actor is different.
So his voice actor is different. Yeah.
Plays,
I don't think he speaks it.
What's his name? He plays Deadman.
Deadman. Yeah, Deadman.
Yeah. So he plays Deadman, but he is not his voice.
So anyone who doesn't know, he's like a really big producer, like Hollywood producer. So he's done films. He's big. Like my girlfriend knows him without knowing about Death Stranding people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was like working on a film with Sam, and basically Kojima called Del Toro. I'm going to call him Del Toro about reaching out to Sam, to Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
And basically, it's like Norman was like, so I got the call from Del Toro, who was like, I really respect, and he was like, basically like, all right, this guy Hideo Kojima is going to call you. And Norman was like, I'd never heard it. Sam, he doesn't play video games at all.
Yeah, no, right? I've heard this story, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh, you heard this. So he was like, all right, whatever. So basically, Kojima was like, whatever this guy tells you to be part
just
of,
say yes.
He was like, say yes immediately.
Yeah.
So Sam was like, yes. So then he went to like the studio, and he was like, he didn't really understand at first. He didn't understand what fuck was going on, because he was like,
it's all green screened up, and you know.
Yeah. So he's like, pretend to hold this baby, and he was like, and then Kojima was like, there's a whale above you, so something like that. Like, what the fuck?
Whale?
Yeah, it's like, so he was, someone was like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
No,
he's
look,
like,
I played that game, right? And I don't know what the fuck was going on. Can you imagine trying to like stand in a green room holding a fake baby and then like pretend there's a massive tar lion and a man with like, you know, awesome hood with a big fucking thing and a thing coming out of his head and a big rod and a guitar that he's doing like weird shit.
And then there's a whale above you, like, just like look. And then obviously they got the camera in front of them as well, so they're trying to do like kissing scenes and stuff, or look like close scenes. And they got the camera right there, and the balls are sticking. He's saying, so anyway, he's given us like insight about the game, which was sick. Then that lady came out and did like her Death Stranding song, bro. She was having like, even my girlfriend said, like, she was like, fucking hell, like the lady can. I don't fancy her or anything like that, but she was so like sexual with the crowd. She was like, she was taking our clothes off with her eyes, man. She like, you know, like when they're like, just like everything she was doing was like so like. Kind of like she just knows how to move her body and like bring you in kind of. I can't do it, I'm butchering it, yeah, but like it was just like sex on the stage kind of vibe. Not sex on the stage, but it was just like very like.
So this is like one of your normal clubs, is what you're saying.
You can just fucking move, basically, yeah. So so she was there, she did a song, they talked about the song. Kojima's got like writing, he produced a little bit of it, so he's got like rights to the song as well. Like he put added lines in there. Song's sick. So he talked about that. Then they introduced another band which Kojima really likes, called Churches.
Yeah, they were on the first album, right? I mean, not the first album, they were on the first game, yeah. Churches have been around for ages, man.
I never heard of them, but they're doing it, so that was a big thing. Like the crowd went wild. So Churches did their song. And then he talked a little bit about Ryan from Low Raw. Do you remember Low Raw in the first game?
Yeah, because he died.
He died. He died. And he was talking like, again, pin drop kind of thing. Like they put a big picture of thing in. And Kojima, he dedicated, I didn't know this, but he's dedicated Death Stranding 2 like entirely to Rory. For anyone who doesn't know, like that soundtrack in the first one was amazing. It was, I remember like that song, Don't Be So Serious.
Yeah, that game, when they put where they put the music in and what the music was, can you imagine if that could have been so different? Because you know, you could have put like in like some 80s synth music or something, and it would have been a completely different game, or you know, it could have just been like,
the words, but just the way it starts, well, because it starts with stuff. It's like way da da da. And there's don't be so serious. Anyway, so he dedicated all to Ryan, who like you could really feel the love. What you could feel, you could really feel the love, not only from Kojima's side to who he's worked with in the game, but the other way around. Like the way like Fragile and like Sam was talking, even like Jeff, they were talking as if like
Jeff just wants to suck his cock, man. I mean, he's like,
but,
you've seen him when he gave like his lifetime award at the Game Awards or something like that. He was like, almost in tears, just bigging up the guy, you know.
Well, let's talk about that in a second. Yeah. Let's talk about that in a second. But because I just want to say, like, you could really, you know, like I felt like, and it's going to be stupid, you know, sometimes when players that really love like Jose Mourinho, like talk about Mourinho, like I remember like Zlatan being like, he would hype me up so much. I would kill for Mourinho if he asked me to kill. I remember this interview, like that's what I felt like when these guys were talking. They would run like through a brick wall for Kojima. I don't know. There's like a presence about the guy. Like people just want to be close to him. Like when like the lady was saying, like when he DM'd me or when I DM'd him, like I don't think he DM'd back, but like when he finally got in contact, it was like, even though like Sam didn't know, Norman didn't know Kojima, it was just like, I feel like he has like this aura about him.
Yeah.
You want to work with the guy, right?
Yeah.
And Jeff, I'd only seen Jeff really at the Summer Awards. That's the only impression I had of Jeff. And I felt a bit like you, like, this guy's a little bit of a tool, like he's a little bit of a
I mean, I've known Jeff from like, not personally, obviously, but like he's been around for ages. I remember his early stuff before Game Awards and things like that. But
do you know what?
I know he's sincere. I know he's sincere about this.
He's down to earth as fuck, bro. He's so like a different version of Jeff I saw, and I was like, I take it all back. This guy's not at all.
No, he's not, but he does.
I don't think he does suck up. I think he genuinely really admires.
Yeah, he probably does, man. He probably does, but he does it to the point of it's slightly embarrassing now. Just put it away.
Do you know what?
Jeff.
It's not though, because it's like he's like
maybe in that environment, maybe so. But I think, I don't know, man. It's cool, and you know, it's good. You should, you know, if you respect somebody and you love them that much, then that's great. But
like a lot of these presenters, especially Americans, I feel like it can be over commercialized. There's a style, like Greg Miller has a style when he's like announcing and producing. Like there's always like this kind of like this act here, and that's what I felt with Jeff. But there was no act here. He was like real as fuck, man. And it was really like nice to see. Like he genuinely respects and loves this game. He's loving it. He's playing it. He really wants to hear about the other people. He was a great host. He was perfect host. Honestly, I was thinking, oh, if that was Greg Miller, what would it be like? It would be a lot kind of cringer and fake. And I love Greg Miller, by the way, yeah. But that is not the style. He was a lot. I thought I was fucking perfect.
But you different folks. You know, I mean, like I could see Greg like interviewing somebody like Cliff Bleszinski, for example. That's going to mesh quite nicely, right? I've got no issue with that, and I'm sure. You just, you know, him and Romero would be good, but there's a different vibe, right?
You're thinking about Romero a lot. It's the Xbox news.
We're not. Yeah. We'll wait for Clarky because I don't want to. We got to give him something, you know. We got. He's been waiting a long time to. So no, but yeah, it's just. Yeah, I just think I got nothing against the guy. It's obviously clear that he really, really respects Koj, and that's absolutely
so
fine.
Much love for him after this, yeah.
There's not a problem, but it's just like it can be cringe when it's just like it's too much, man. Just raining just a little tiny bit.
I'll tell you what. You know when I was saying like we started chanting like Jeff, like he literally turned to the crowd and he was like, "Guys, thank you so much, but let's turn that chant into Kojima." Like, do you know what I mean? Like he wasn't. He wasn't like, let me have it, guys. Like he was cool as fuck, man. So it was awesome. It was so much more than I expected. They had a pop-up shop as well. Which was pretty cool because when you go on his website, you can everything in the shop you could buy as well. But I noticed on the website so much stuff was sold out. So in the shop they actually had it. So I'm like, why the fuck are they keeping it then if it's not sold out? But
the special.
Yeah, I was like, so they bring it out on special occasions, dude.
Right, because they had the when you play Death Stranding 2, there's like all the people in the what's it called, the MGF Magellan or something. I can't remember what it's called, but the kind of the transport, the main kind of hub. They all wear these like really cool jackets. You've seen those? I think they're like bright orange or whatever. And they had them up. They had them up for sale on the Kojima like merch store. They sold out in like 6 minutes, but they were like $1.50 each. They just gone. Yeah,
I know they on the website they had a really cool Kojima production jacket, which was like a little bit like a baseball jacket, like white sleeves and black top. It was cool as shit, and that was about 300. They got sunglasses which are like 400, 500, which Kojima's wearing, like, you know what I mean, like the rounds that like he's looking cool as shit. But no, I got these two, which were decent prices. I think they were about 25 quid a cap.
Whoa, I am sending you some stuff, man.
I got a t-shirt as well, which was 25 quid, and I got some stickers as well, which was like a £6 or a 10 or something like that. For some stickers.
It's not too bad. You can, like, the Death Stranding 2 London tour t-shirt is like 25 quid. That's not too bad, man.
Yeah, they had some one-off exclusive stuff as well there.
Yeah, tell me you didn't pay 25 quid for that cap though, because it's 20 quid on the store.
I honestly can't remember whatever it was, 20 quid, whatever. They
Oh,
weren't
mate,
taking the
their
piss.
hoodies, they got a really nice fragile hoodie for like I might spend some money.
Yeah.
They got some
They had.
nice
I bought
shit.
a Kojima
Really nice
Production
shit on this
t-shirt as
store,
well.
man. Oh,
Yeah.
mate, I'm not kidding. That's quite a nice hoodie.
So it was good. He didn't stay around for signage or anything like that, which is fair enough. You get like
Oh,
trying to run to him, and people did bring shit. Like I saw one guy like he had like Stakey like on PS2 and stuff. So it's like he's waiting
wow.
But it was awesome. It was £30 a ticket. It wasn't cheap. So
That's not much. How long was it for?
It's like hour and a half. Like
I
mean,
mean,
they said
that's not bad. Did you get a copy of the game with that?
no. And they said afterwards, like after it finished, they were like, guys, so we got this venue like until whenever. We got a DJ coming out. DJ came out, like he was like, whoever wants to stay, stay.
That's cool.
Like, I left because I wanted to go to the pop-up shop. I didn't have time to go before.
Yeah, definitely.
But I had a DJ like all night there and shit, and you could just use the place and drink. It's fucking awesome, man. Like, well done to Kojima. It was fucking sick, and the surprises were great. Norman ain't gonna come all the way from America just to do this if he doesn't love the guy. So you could, you want to support him.
No, I'm just looking at the sunglasses now, man. Fuck me.
You've seen sunglasses, yeah. Sunglasses. I think they might even have some watches as well.
Yeah, they have a watch there. It's 780 quid.
Yeah, it's legit. It's not like Nintendo.
No, it's a nice fucking
Lego kind of watch kind of thing. Yeah, like, awesome. Yeah, the only reason I said I was 30 quid a ticket was because you can't imagine like I don't know. Think of like you can't imagine like FIFA doing like an event and you're paying 30 quid a game.
No, not at all. But this was the interesting thing about oh fuck, I forgot. Alana Pierce was talking about on that video. Was talking about how he's really lent into that Rockstar developer thing. She was basically saying that years ago, you talk about the sort of again, like when game development first became a thing, it was really about the developers were like, John Romero, Peter Molyneux, Cliff Bleszinski. They were, you would get the developers, and that would be, this is a Cliff Bleszinski game, this is a Peter Molyneux game. Yeah. They don't do that anymore. You'll know the studio, right? You'll know the studio have done this.
Yeah.
But you don't get necessarily. So you might have like the old guard, like Todd Howard, Neil Druckmann, right?
Yeah.
But most studios, it's like, oh, this is a London Studios game. This is a whatever.
The game journey, like the game company.
Yeah, the game company. But you don't know who. Yeah, you don't know. I know the composer, but I don't know. Right, and that's because the composer did the one thing. Whereas, game developers changed, like, right. John Romero, one person sitting there typing. You can say, oh, let's who made this game? Oh, there's 5 people. And now say, who made this game? There's 3,000 people, right? It's like you can't do it, right? They can't all be rock stars. So he's kind of really lent into that sort of thing.
But he also deserves it, though. All of that fame, he does deserve it. Like his quality, his vision, he doesn't.
I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I'm not sure. We'll get onto it. We talk about the game, man. But it's like, I don't know. There is something special about a Kojima game. There's something special about it. Even if you don't like it, you have to recognize there's something special about it. A release of a Kojima game, right? There is just.
I honestly don't think anyone else is on that level. Like I haven't played Death Stranding 2 yet, by the way. But from what I've heard,
you're not.
No, I haven't played it yet.
Wow. And so you went to the event. You bought them.
I went with the game as well, so you could sign it. If you ask me how you enjoying it, I'll be like, I'm not playing it yet.
I could just see you, right? You'd like, got Kojima, and you'd have thrown the game, and you probably like knocked him out or something.
Yeah, Kojima's like, how's everyone enjoying the game so far? Yeah, and this guy, I didn't see this until he shouted out. He's like, oh, you're playing it right now. This guy holds up a portal with it on, and it's like, oh, you're playing it now.
I got him to sign the portal, mate.
Yeah.
Then it might be worth something.
Yeah, this guy's like, whoa! Fucking legend in the crowd.
That's cool, man. That is cool. So you've not played it?
No. Not because I'm not interested, just because I'm.
There goes my content. I don't know whether to talk about it or not now.
Oh, tell me about it without any spoilers.
I can't spoil it really because I'm only like, I've played a couple of hours. I've not played much. I really didn't know that I wanted to play it, in all honesty, because I think the first game I did that thing. I think quite a lot of people did this where they played for like 20 hours and then just got, the game didn't pace very well, right?
But
It just
I
got
I
like,
wanted to buy it to support Kojima on day one, even
yeah,
though I knew
it's
I'm not
fine,
going to
man.
play it.
It's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I borrowed it off Clarky, so you know,
Oh,
I didn't give him any money.
yeah.
But
So I'm paying
yeah,
both.
fuck you, Kojima.
Yeah.
No,
People like
so
me.
you know, I've only played a couple of hours. What to say about it? It's exactly what I thought. It looks amazing graphically, like the world. Just wow! I've not seen. Yeah, it's
That's an
incredible.
engine built from the ground up
That's
at
the
his
Decima
production.
engine, yeah, but I've not seen the. I've not even got to like the bits that are particularly. It still looks like the first game, but there's something. It just looks.
Well, that's his engine, is it?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
that's
like
the Decima engine, yeah.
Kojima production. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
they built that engine for that. I think the thing that worries me a little bit, and again, I've only played a couple of hours of it, is I'm not sure he's going the right direction that I kind of want him to go in with it. So
Kojima goes in his own
no, he
direction.
goes in his own, but I don't think he has, and that's the problem. I think he's
He
turned.
does,
So
because you remember
for
what he said,
example,
like,
right?
he doesn't want to go in your direction. You know, when he said that, he came out and he's like, I'm not doing
Yeah, I
whatever.
know that, right? But this is the problem, right? So there's this
Out
this
to
story that's
Birch
been
as well, by
this
the
the
way.
story that's been in like doing the rounds or whatever about how you know, Kojima got it play tested and then he decided, you know, it was too good, so I'm just going to change it. That was the reaction.
Yeah.
People
He
played the
doesn't
game. They
mean it
said it
like
was
that,
too
though. That
good.
was
So
tongue in cheek.
and
That was tongue in cheek.
what he kind of thinks he meant by that is that it was too mainstream, so he decided to
Yeah,
dial
that's
back.
what he was getting at.
I don't think he has. I think he's gone the wrong way. So the thing that made Death Stranding for me,
Oh, you know better than Kojima all of a sudden.
yeah, of
Okay.
course I do, man. Of course I
Yeah,
fucking do.
you tell him how to direct.
Mate, I'm a middle-aged white man sitting in the middle of Wiltshire. I fucking know better than Kojima.
Yeah, you tell. Okay, tell us.
Right?
Tell us where he went wrong.
Tell you where the man went wrong. What does he know?
Yeah. I wish you had a question in the crowd, like,
Yeah.
Kojima, did you ever think about doing this instead?
You ever think about just what have you done? What have you done?
We got, by the way, just a shout. We got Richard. We got Birch in the group, and also Coleman as well.
Hey, Birch.
Birch is saying character model looks unreal, like graphic wise.
Yeah.
And,
okay. So I'm gonna get into my hot takes. All right.
Okay.
So firstly, there's an awful lot of asset reusage, but not just asset reusage, but down to like the animation stuff. So all the stuff when you put the Cupid in, stuff like that, it's all the same. When you put the box in, it's all the same.
That was like in the first one. Do you remember when you went to I can't remember what they were called, but every time you went
the
into
facilities,
your room,
into the bunkers and stuff
room,
like that.
wasn't it?
It's not the same. So they've changed that in the sense it's different from the first game, but there's a lot of reusing stuff, which I'm kind of fine with because they're like the incidental things, right?
Yeah,
I'm not paying for those, but it would have been nice to have something slightly different. Just, you know, because we did that so many times. Those animations you see, you know, you putting something on a conveyor belt that then gets shuffled off somewhere else, that then gets taken somewhere else. You've seen that 100 times by the time you've got anywhere near the end of the first game, and then to see them all again, it's just like, could you not have just tweaked it somehow? Just done it where instead of it going off when the conveyor, it goes up or something, you know, just something, right? So there's a lot of that. I don't know, just something, just make it, you know, because it just looks like
instead of going right.
Yeah. It kind of, and I know it's not like, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's him being lazy, right?
Yeah, you're
I'm
clutching at straws trying to
find, that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get at Coj, and this is how I'm going to do it. But I know what he's done is he said, well, we can use that because we can spend our time better somewhere else, which is fine. Got no issue with that, right? But I'm just saying it is noticeable that kind of shit is there.
There is a lot of repetitionness in the game.
Yeah, that's a lot of repetition in the game. Yes, there is.
I'll give you that. I don't know if it affects anything, but I
don't know. I don't think that's going to change. The other thing, the cutscenes are obviously great. I mean, just phenomenal. Just like I could watch this man's cutscenes. he's the only man who puts out a trailer for a game that's like 20 minutes long, and I'll sit there quite happily and watch it twice. Right?
When they were playing they played the trailer at the beginning, which we've already seen now, which was the final trailer before the launch. And my girlfriend was seeing it for her first time, and obviously they had it like on the cinema screen. So she was there like, this looks fucking amazing. And I was like,
you won't understand it, but it looks great.
Yeah, it was like the first time I've ever seen it. And she was like, oh, fuck. I was like, yeah, it's amazing.
But that but there is like the thing I really liked about Death Stranding, the thing that made it compelling for me until I got bored of it, was it was scary, and it was like thoughtful, and it was like
that one.
Kind of slow paced, but so you come up against like you sometimes you see an outpost, you think I need to avoid that, or you see BTs and you're like shit. BTs for me,
man.
As soon as I saw Timefall, or as soon as the fucking thing it started going squeaky at me, that thing on your shoulder, that looked like emu, but not.
Muffin's tail in my version.
As soon as you see that, right, I was like, it freaks me out, right? But now, right, in the first part of the game, but this is the point, right? Within the first, this is not a spoiler at all. I'm not going to spoil it for you at all, right? But you go on your first mission, and it's a basic. I need to get from point A to point B, and in the middle of that, there is a little area you got to go through, and there are some guards. Okay. Now you could stealth through those guards. You could try and sneak past them, because you basically got to get to a bridge. It's a bottleneck. You can only go one way. It's linear, right? You walk out the door of the starting building that you're coming out of, right? And within 100 meters, you pick up a gun. All right. I went and I thought, I wonder, I just walked into the middle of this zone, and then I just started shooting. And I'm not funny, right? This is right at the beginning of the game, and I'm just like boom, 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 and I've got 3 dead porters or whatever they are.
I'm wearing your hat, Vimesy.
The bandits don't wear my hat. But you got these. I just killed them, and it was easy. And the AI, and this is Kojima, right?
We're talking about Kojima.
AI was fucking shit. Couldn't shoot for shit. Didn't try and flank. Didn't do anything. Didn't try and hide. Just walked up to you. And you're talking. This is a guy, right, who made Metal Gear 5, who's like one of the best open world sort of combat
created AI with.
I spent 30 hours playing Ground Zeroes, which is effectively a demo, just because of the shit you could do with the AI, and it just is not. And the BTs, you can just take them out now. There's no threat.
No,
it's too easy. And then,
well, you see that, but the for me,
I'm playing it on normal, Coleman. I'm playing it on normal because I imagine normal is the way that he wants me to play it.
I didn't find a challenge in the BTs after I could deal with them, but what I did find a challenge was just getting to the destination, because
but this is the problem. So
you find,
and this is stuff
I've take 4 hours to get to your
but stuff I've heard, and again, I've not got to this bit too much yet, but from what I've heard, you basically just get access to things that make that traversal too easy, too quick. They throw, here's a motorcycle, here's a car, here's a whatever. And it's like, before it was like, whoa, found a motorcycle, fucking awesome, better look after it, because I don't want to, if as soon as that thing goes off a cliff, I'm gonna have to start walking everywhere, and I'm doing a 2-hour walk.
I remember, man, in the first one, I actually remember having such a crazy journey. Like, this journey was over an hour long. I remember how, like, when I could view how I was gonna get there, I remember being like, I am fucked. Like, I have to go around this mountain. I only had the metal legs to make me stronger. And I remember being like, I am fucked. I'm gonna have to go around this fucking mountain, which is gonna take me another hour. And I remember in the distance when I was viewing, I remember spotting someone had left me like this huge ladder. Like, and I was like, when I saw like, yes, like an online ladder, I was so happy. Like, I liked it like fucking 15 times.
I was like,
my
it just worries me, and I'm not like I say, I'm only a couple of hours into it. It just worries me the direction this is going. It seems quite easy at the moment. I was listening to I can't remember who it was.
Is that feedback then from the first game going like this was too challenging and listen to
I don't know what it was. I don't know whether it's just because if you've played the first game you should be you know, you've discovered, they've already made the discoveries about things like blood grenades and the armaments you can use and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But so, you know,
Piss
you
grenades
should
as
have
well.
access to that stuff because you know it exists now. It's been invented, right? In the first
Yeah.
game, you got access to that as the government kind of
Yeah. They're like,
invented it. Oh,
Sam,
we've
try
discovered.
taking a shower.
Have you tried
Yeah.
throwing your shit at somebody? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Try taking
huh?
a shit. You will
Right?
use the samples.
So I
No.
kind of get that, but they could have thought of better ways of maybe utilizing that and maybe, you know, making it a little bit more threatening. I know they've got some new enemy types in there, but I've not really sort of, I don't want to go into those too much. I'm not going to spoil shit for you. But the stuff I've seen at the moment, it just feels like it might be too easy. You know, I think it was Skill Up. It might have been Skill Up. Said something like, you know, he's used one ladder in 40 hours of game time. He's only had to
I
use
don't use
one
any
ladder,
ladders
right?
unless that one I found or
But
any.
that's the thing I used to like. The thing I used to like was what you said is like, I want to get to there, get my map out, have a look at the route, and go, well, yeah, I could go through this valley, which would take
It's gonna rain over there. Let me
3
avoid
hours.
that.
But there's
Yeah.
rainfall, so I'm getting the fuck away from that because the rainfall
Yeah,
scares me. I'm
There's
not going
rainfall. Let me
anywhere
do
near
that.
that unless I have to.
Yeah.
That first mission in Death Stranding where you go up to the incinerator.
Yes.
And shit kicks off, and you come out of that, and you've got to try and get.
Watch the spoilers.
My God, no,
Yeah.
fuck it, no. Death Stranding 1.
But
Get
you
real.
don't
Read the
use
books,
this.
mate. Read the books. It's all in there.
Yeah.
But that all shit kicks off, and you've got to get out of there, and you've got to make it. And you look back at it now, and it's like that's you know, you've only got to like literally walk 50 meters or something like that, and you're outside the zone that it matters about. But you
when
don't
you do it your first time, you're
you
like,
don't,
that was so far.
I was like, I hated it.
A mission.
I hated it. Right? It was tense. It was like really intense. It was like just horrifying. And that was like, but I got out of it. I was like, fuck me. Wow, my heart must have been blah, 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 right. And you know, even when I saw like
because you're constantly going slowly because you're carrying a big package. Let's just say that as well. You're carrying like a big package, and you have
but
to
even when I saw like the human enemies, like the other, I can't remember, they're just bandits. I'm gonna call them back. I can't remember what they're called. But I used to avoid them. Just, you know, like for example, if I was doing a route and I would see like 3 or 4 of them in the distance, right? You know, when they were doing like little patrols, I would actively try and go around them or avoid them. And now I'm just like, just fucking shoot them.
Yeah, the first time it pings,
it's like
it gets you like, shit, run.
Yeah, that red thing goes. Like, and now in this game, it just seems like I can just shoot them and they don't even hit me. It's just like, okay.
I wonder that's just because you, like you said, because you played Death Stranding 1, so this is like,
they literally give you a gun within the first 100 meters. You have to go through this zone. There's about 3 or 4 of them walking about. I stealthed the first one and just kind of walked up to, and you get like a silenced like electrocution pistol, and you can kind of aim it, hold it down, and then you release it, and it's like a taser basically, and it knocks them out. I thought, and then the 2 other guys roaming around. I just thought, I wonder, you know, let's go play.
I have heard the same thing, by the way, and that's why I've been a bit cautious, because I said that before the game came out. I was like, oh, he's made it. They were saying them who's play tested it that he's made it a lot more.
It just feels easy.
Friendly. Yeah, like there's a lot more action, is what I was hearing, and I was like, I don't know. I love just walking for hours with no action.
What I wanted from this game was
a gun in my hand and be going around killing people.
Yeah, but what I wanted was what Death Stranding was, but with kind of better pacing. So because what they did, I think what they did with the first game was they drew out the first, before you even cross the lake, you've already done like 40 hours, right? Before you even cross the fucking lake. And then when you get across the lake, but by the time the story starts picking you up enough to drag you through it, you kind of already played everything the game has to offer. You're just trying then to go cutscene to cutscene to cutscene to cutscene. All right.
Yeah.
I got quite through. I got through all the mama stuff. And then I was just like, you know, oh, come on, I've had enough.
Oh man, that was sad.
Yeah, it was terrifyingly sad, right? It was, yeah. But do you know what I mean, though? It's like, it just needed to be paced. But for someone who's like, I want to be a director, but he's kind of like, I want to be a director. You should know a little bit about pacing and trying to drag you through that story, right? And that's kind of what I hope Death Stranding 2 was going to be, where somebody maybe had put it on one side and said, look, first game was great. The tension was brilliant. The world building was amazing. Okay, your ideas are fucking insane, but they kind of work. But you just gotta tighten it up a little bit and make it so it flows better. That's all I wanted. And okay, guys, 2 hours in. What can I say? Worst game of the year. Bin it off. No, it's not.
Yeah,
I'm
it's such
still
a.
going to. I
I
still
know
want
what
to play
you
it, man. I
mean.
still want to go back in. I still want to dive in. Really do. Just because it draws you in, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I want it to be
I
good.
know what you mean, because again, I haven't played the second one, but the first
And I've
one
got
I've
a hat
definitely
now, so I've got to, got to love it.
got a hat as well, and coming your way soon. I know what
It'll
you
take
mean.
as long as the fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, well, you got that t-shirt in the end, didn't you?
Yeah.
I do know what you mean. So everything you're saying is fair, because I feel a little bit the same as well. But it's kind of that thing that I have with Kingdom Hearts. Like, even though I see some flaws,
Yeah.
it just doesn't matter, because it's just like it's still a 10. You're like, oh, okay, the first one isn't paced great. I agree. Well, it's a little bit boring. You got so much. I agree. It's a little bit this. I agree. It's still 10 out of 10. I don't know why. Like, it's just there's just
It's
magic
the
in the
feeling, isn't it?
bottle
It's the
there.
feeling it gives you. That's
And
what
it's
it
like,
is.
do you know what I talked to you about Kingdom Hearts? I was like, not the new
Constantly.
one. The new one is great, but like, oh yeah, graphics are shit, combat is shit. It's fucking 10 out of 10. I don't know how, but like sometimes these games, they just got something about them.
Yeah, no, and I get that. It doesn't, you can still love a bad game. You
Yeah, I
can
won't call it a bad game,
it's
but
not a
yeah,
bad game, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
you can.
I am worried
That's
I'm
my
not going to like the second as much as I like the first, though, because the first for me really actually hit the spot. Hence why I'm playing it again on my iPhone, actually. But so I'm a little bit worried about that. What's Coleman saying? This is probably my favorite game to come out the year so far. Oh, yeah, I'm 100%.
I mean, to be fair,
Well,
it's the only game he's played that's come out this year.
Kojima's carrying the game industry right now in his back, is what I feel like with this, and I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know. I mean, game of the year
as well.
Game of the year is going to be incredibly interesting, because you've got like this, which I'm sure will get some votes. You'll get Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I think is what they've achieved with that game is incredible, but I just don't think it's going to float enough votes. Then you got Claire Obscura 33, which is incredible, but
not mainstream enough, though. I don't think.
Well, that's the thing. I think Kingdom Come Deliverance is it's incredible, but I just think it's too niche. I really do. I think it's too. I don't think enough people go up for bat for it. Claire Obscura Expedition 33 is absolutely amazing.
Let me see what we got so far.
But I've only just cleared Act 1, and there's nothing about it that makes me want to play. The story does, but I can't. I don't know what it is with that game. Nothing there wants to make me finish it.
Yeah,
which just sounds a bit stupid.
You know what? That's a really good point. What have we had so far? I've missed the whole year. What are the best video game
5 you may have heard of? That's, oh no, sorry, FC 25.
I still call it FIFA, but I've forgotten. So
you got 3 bangers there, right? You got DS2, you've got Claire Obscura, and you've got Kingdom Come Deliverance, and those are 3 games any year. Any one of those.
It's not that strong a year. I mean, the big AAA ones were Monster Hunter Wilds,
that fell
Doom:
off
The Dark Ages.
That fell off.
Yes, it did. Doom. No one's really talking about Doom anymore.
Doom. I mean, Doom always kind of does. It kind of comes out and then it's gone.
Yeah, Avowed, Assassin's Creed Shadows.
But again, right? Those ones, Game Pass games, right? They come out, you play them for a week, down. And they shat all over that because they brought it out and then brought something else out like the next week. Thanks for that. Split Fiction. I'm playing through my son at the moment. It's going to be great. But
are any of these competing with Death Stranding 2 for Game of the Year? Like, honestly,
my only thing about I think so, because if you're asking me, I would say that Death Stranding 2 isn't enough of an evolution from the first one. But I've only played 2 hours, so don't shoot me. I'll come back on this one and go, actually, you know what?
I think it's a weak list, honestly. Like, who the hell is talking about? No, like, if you like it, you like it. Fair enough. But
here you go. Colin's done your work for you, mate. Death Stranding 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. The Altars is a good shout. Monster Hunter Wilds, fuck off, mate. Claire Obscura Expedition, yes. Assassin's Creed. I worry about you, Coleman. I really worry about you sometimes. Get Tim on. That's what I want. Get
He's
Tim
talking
on.
about Assassin's Creed still, for God's sake.
I'm more worried about the fact he's brought up. Well,
Do you think it could be
Hunter
that donkey game? Not donkey. What's the ape game called?
Donkey
Oh,
Kong.
it is a donkey. Yeah, wait. That's an ape, isn't it?
Well, he's an ape, but he's not a donkey. No, he's not a donkey. You know, he's a gorilla.
They should have called it Gorilla Kong.
Yes, probably. I don't know why they call it Donkey Kong.
I just realized, I was like, wait, it's not donkey. It can't be called donkey. It's a donkey. No, it's not donkey, but it's called donkey. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, so there's been plenty of games. I think this is the conversation for another time. I'm pretty sure subscription services are fucking killing most of them, but there we go.
The highest rated so far, I think, is on Metacritic. I think is Expedition 33, but that doesn't take into account Death Stranding 2, though. Oh, I might go and have a look. What is that? Is it Metacritic? I think Death Stranding has probably taken that off.
Yeah, but again, I always have this issue with those review scores because they'll do them really high.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
6 months later, everyone will cool off it. So it's a bit like.
So according to Metacritic, the best games of 2025 so far. Oh, for God's sake! I thought it was going to start from number 1. It started at number 84. Let me scroll all the way down.
Mental.
Let's start. So according to Metacritic, Claire Expedition 33 is top. It's got 93.
93. Okay, keep going. Yeah. What's the top 3 at the moment?
A top 3 is a game I've never heard of. So number 2 is Blueprints.
Yeah. Okay. Puzzle game. I did talk about it on the pod with Clarky. You don't worry.
Number 2. So that's number 2 at 92. So you got 93, 92.
Yeah.
And then you've got at 91, you've got Split Fiction.
Wow.
And then you've got Death Stranding at 90.
Okay, where's Kingdom Come Deliverance for?
But this is a weird.
I'm just asking.
No, I'm going to tell you in a sec, but can I just tell you what the 5th one is? Just to
make, not one of those porno ones, is it?
No, but close. It's called Despelote. Have you heard of it?
Desposito.
Yeah, it's Despelote, which is by Panic. You know, my
guys.
I did my little thing. It's a really obscure little indie title, which is 89. So
I wonder what you do with the crank.
About playing football in Colombia, if I remember correctly. Panic. Fucking love that studio. So where is your game? Your game is
my game.
8th.
What's above
it's not that? Bad. 88. Above Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is Monster Hunter Worlds.
Fuck off.
It is.
Keep going.
The Talos Principle Reawakened.
What?
I think that's
fairly chunky puzzle game. Go on.
And then you go Despelote.
Right, okay, so this is bullshit, right? Yeah. Kingdom Come Deliverance has so many systems, such an amazing world, so deep, so tight, so beautiful. You walk through those you walk through those woods, you feel like they're fucking woods, mate. I tell you, they're just, it's just an amazing game. Systems on systems on systems on systems. And then you stick Monster Hunter Wilds above that, which is just a generic fucking Monster Hunter game that no one plays anymore. Oh, I'm angry.
In Asia, they love the Monster Hunter games. I'm sure they're playing them shitloads. I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, Coleman brings up a good point. It got review bombed on Steam, but I don't think that's going to do much to it. I think the review scores probably steered away from. I mean, they might have docked a few.
You got to take all these games. You got to take with a pinch of salt, right? Like,
I mean, it'll be an interesting. It'd be interesting what comes out. I would be disappointed.
Mario Kart World is 13th.
I would much rather. I put it this way. I'd much rather Claro Obscura came out and won Game of the Year over Death Stranding. If Kingdom Come can't have it, because they're doing something, I think, quite different, very beautiful. Even though I might not get that drive to finish it, I think they're doing more. But again, Death Stranding, 2 hours, don't hurt me. So
I just don't see who's doing anything like Death Stranding. It's just where I get back to. Like,
I don't know. At the moment, quite a few people.
Really?
Well, what? It's basically at the moment just turned into a open world shooter.
Anyway, it's just Metacritic. So
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Look,
the,
I'm
the only
excited.
one, the only
I am
game really
excited to
should
play
be-
more. What can I say? I'm excited to play more. I am giving you my hot takes after literally 2 hours, and
I
about
think
an
in
hour of that
terms of
was
like
cutscenes.
in terms of like commercial critique, I think the only game of the year list you should pay attention to is the Games Confessional one.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, that's
But
like,
if you look back at our last few game of the years, mate,
that's never been my fault. It's Stephen Clarkey.
yeah. To be fair,
I'm there just sitting in the background on that.
yeah, it's true. But Murder by Numbers, man, what a game! What a game!
Was that our runner-up? Was it? No, wait, I picked the
Fucking
runner-up.
won it 1 year.
The Detective Duck game or whatever it was.
Oh, mate,
Yeah.
don't knock the Duck Detective. Don't knock the
The
Duck
Duck
Detective. The Duck. I've still got that on my Steam, but I'm waiting to play that. That's my when I've
I'll
got a
never
whole
forget
day.
when Clarkey voted the moon. What was that? The Moon Witcher or whatever it was called, like that fucking fake Zelda. Do you remember like
Yeah.
whatever the hell it was called?
Yeah.
Game
No.
of the year.
Duck Detective, baby. Yeah, you're so right, Coleman. That is a game. It was 2 games, but yeah. Anyway, I think we probably rattled off enough for tonight about our Kojima loving, or well, we built him all up, and then I kind of smashed him down. But
Yeah.
I'll come back in 2 weeks' time, and I'll be like, "Oh, mate, that game! What a game! What a game!"
This isn't from someone that hates it because you've got the books, you've got the cap, you got all the merch.
I haven't got the cap yet. I mean, I'll be waiting 3 years
There you
before
go.
that shows up on my doorstep.
Yeah, but it's gonna come.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
A long time. It takes a long time.
It's gonna come.
Right, I think we'll give it a wrap up. So you're gonna by the next time we meet, you will have obviously played, completed, finished, probably got started a perma run on Death Stranding 2, or are
I'm
you
still
gonna
playing
wait
the first one again on my mobile, so I don't know.
on your mobile on your on your iPhone? Okay,
I'm playing the first one again on my iPhone, which I'm loving.
how far are you through that?
I'm not far. I'm still in the first world.
Right. You've not crossed the lake yet.
No, I haven't crossed the lake yet.
Oh my god, it's going to be a long time. Okay, so in about
I'm
3 months' time, we're going to come back and we'll have started Death Stranding 2.
I've played about 6 hours on it so far because I'm doing that whole thing where there's a random package over there.
Oh no,
stop my
don't do
mission
that. You'll be there
and
all
deliver
fucking
it.
year. You'll be there all fucking year.
I know.
Oh,
I'm just like, let me deliver it. It's fucking lost cargo. Come on now. Some kid
mate.
somewhere is crying about this lost cargo. Let me.
At least there's a good there's a reason to do it in Death Stranding 2.
Is there?
Because because if you find lost cargo and you deliver it to the right people, you get stuff.
Oh, that's good.
So
I do get stuff in this. I get likes.
Yeah, no, but you don't get like so you have you get your star rating with each facility. So you like a 5-star rating. And as you do missions for them, they give you likes, which increases their star rating.
Yeah.
And if you do if you return them lost cargo, that will obviously increase the likes, and therefore you'll get more. So the more things you do, the higher the star rating. And for most people in the facilities, like one guy will give you you get to 1 star, he'll give you a sniper rifle. And then if you get to 2 stars, he'll give you a lighter sniper rifle. And you get to 3 stars, he'll give you like a silenced sniper rifle. Like that's so your 5-star reward is like a silenced fucking sniper rifle. So it's well worth taking the stuff back. One guy, if you take stuff back to him, he'll give you decent boots that are like 5 times better than the boots you normally wear and don't wear out as fast, all that sort of shit. The other ones will give you things like better equipment. So it might be better guns, it might be better what do you call it, the mech chassis and stuff like that, the legs or whatever, cargo. You've also got stuff in there now. I don't know if it was in the first game. I don't remember it being as I don't remember if it's being front and center, but they do things like where your skills increase. So like the whole Skyrim thing of if you keep running, your stamina right?
Really?
Yeah. So if you're stealthing stuff, your stealth
none of that. That's one.
Right. If you run lots, your stamina is going to go up, or it's going to make it easier
or
whatever.
Sick.
The more you shoot, the better you're going to get. The more you use your strand, the better you're going to get. So it
there's
has
RPG elements now.
Yeah, very much so, man. There's I think I want to say there's quite a few sort of like movement ones. So the more if you overload your cargo slightly or whatever, and the more you do that, the more your cargo capacity is
I mean,
going
they
to
did have that
increase.
mechanic in GTA San Andreas back in the PS2
Well,
days.
there you go. I mean, you know,
The more you
GTA.
run, the stronger your character's looks and stuff.
Yeah. But do you get people bringing you up saying you're fat? Get down the gym.
Yeah. If you eat too much, then I
So,
wonder
yeah,
what his next game is going to be like. I
Death
wonder.
Stranding 3, I imagine.
Well, I hope. I don't know where the hell if this is even in production. But do you remember when Jordan Peele came out and announced that they're working on something like they called it like an interactive. They didn't really call it a video game.
I mean, look,
like,
Xbox. He's supposed to be doing a horror game with Xbox. I ain't never going to see the light of day.
No one's doing nothing with Xbox.
Nope.
No. Was that the Jordan Peele game, or was that something different?
I thought it was something different. I didn't think it was the Jordan Peele game. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, as far as I know, he signed up to do it. You know, the guy's 61 years old, right? He signed up to do about 40 games. I mean, not being funny. The guy's got to retire.
Well, he's definitely doing like the what is he called it? The stealth espionage game. That's definitely.
He has said he's going to go back to that sort of Metal Gear.
I want to see like that scare. I want to see what was it called? PT.
Like I don't.
I want to see that. Like, what is the Jordan Peele game? What
I don't want to see that. And now they're doing Silent Hill again. I don't think there's that rush to do that.
Yeah, true.
That was what that was supposed to be, wasn't it?
Yeah. Have you seen any Jordan Peele movies? Have you seen like Get Out?
Get Out.
Yeah. So you've seen I've seen Get Out as well. So imagine like that
nothing running towards you.
Yeah. What? Go.
Yeah. No, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So imagine that game.
Do not do horror in any way. I just do not do horror, man. Get out of my face.
The game's gonna be so crazy, man.
Anyway, we've done enough. So we're going to call it a night. Thank you very much for watching, listening, whatever. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, hopefully with Clarky. He's on holiday, apparently. I mean, it never stops me, but here we are. So until next time, thank you very much. And see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.